Ayy, walk on that my twin on go. My dog bitch, she straight from Vogue. Change it up, that swag was old. Spent some commas on my crew.
Don't touch me, nigga. You do not exist. Gen Z college parties are lame. This is what people are saying now. See, there's been a trend recently shitting on Gen Z parties. Because apparently, parties of the past era all used to look like American Pie, Blue Mountain State, and Project X all at once somehow. And they were so great and they were so amazing and blah, 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 blah. Shut the fuck up already. Like, aren't y'all tired of hearing older generations shit on us? Like, how we walk, how we talk, how we stare and look. Everybody has a problem. But one thing I feel like people are wrong about is how Gen Z party. I mean, I've been to a good amount of high school parties and most of them I did end up enjoying. But I will say I've never been to a real college. I really can't call these people haters if I haven't experienced it myself. So you know what I decided to do this video? Go to a college party. Two, actually. And the goal of me going to this college party is to see if people are right or if people are just hating. And to give this a fair shake, I decided to go to the parties on the most notorious day, Halloween. Welcome to the new era of On Cloud 9. Let's get to it. Alright, so here's the play. Me and my boys J-Mo and Colt planned a mini college tour on Halloween weekend. The goal was to go to the two most well-known college party schools in our state. The first being UTC, who are notorious in the state for having crazy Halloween parties and are also famous for their absolutely batshit crazy frats. Like seriously, one of them literally got shut down because during one of the pledge humiliation rituals, they decided to light somebody on fire just to prove that they were worthy of joining a friend group that you gotta pay for. Yeah, frats are cool. But speaking of Colt, my boy Colt actually knew somebody who was in a frat. And apparently this frat was pretty cool and they were allowing Colt and his boy to stay there when we went down to chat. While me and J-Mo stayed with one of our boys who had a dorm now. Them the chose. I seen some shorties who was for the pup.
HBJ, and then this is J-Mo. Nah, I wasn't the one screaming though, that was him.
So the plan was to drive down to chat, which was 2 hours away from Nashville, go to whatever Halloween party we could find, potentially also go to that frat party at the frat house that Colt was staying at, and then go to sleep in the dorm. Then the next day we would wake up and do it all over again at the next college that we were going to, which I will reveal later in the video, and you'll see why. Seems like a foolproof plan. Know what they say about plans? Somehow, they always get fucked up, something like that. Around 5 in the afternoon, we started our drive down to chat. And everything went smoothly until we got to the dorm we were supposed to stay at and started getting ready for the first party. But you want to know the most important part about going to a Halloween party? Picking the right costume. And I promise you, I had the best Halloween costume. I decided to be a pimp. This is the costume, yo. Low-key, this kind of fodder. It's a little bit small. Alright, so let me put y'all on game. Being a pimp is quite literally the best Halloween costume you can pick. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm a pimp nice flip out. 2 years ago on Halloween, me and my boys decided to go to a Halloween party. And right before the party, we went to Spirit Halloween to get our costumes like everybody does. I got some random bullshit that was trash, but I remember my boy Zay got this exact costume. And when he first got it, I thought it would be a stupid idea. I thought girls would think it would be misogynistic. Maybe they would think he's a creep, and I just thought he was gonna get 0 play. Oh boy, was I wrong. Brother, as soon as we stepped into that party, 5 girls immediately swarmed him, asking what his costume was, trying to take pictures. Hell, when the twerk music came on, they started even throwing ass on him. I promise you, Zay probably got at least 10 girls' numbers that day. Me, on the other hand, I got absolutely 0 attention. And on that fateful day, I decided that no matter what, I would be wearing this costume to the next Halloween party I went to. And here we are.
Don't be sorry, ho, be careful.
What's good, chat? I'm a pimp named Slipback, nigga. Put you on my roster. But this shit low-key tough, dog. How y'all feeling about this? I low-key like this shit. This shit tough, gang. We gonna rock with the jacket, though, because it's like 30 degrees outside. It's cold as shit. I ain't gonna lie. All right, y'all. It's about that time. Let's go. You said what?
Marcus.
You know what ruins a great outfit? An old beat-up belt that just doesn't fit right. You know what I'm talking about. I know a lot of y'all got some musty belts, bro. That's why I'm excited to have Anson Belt and Buckle as the sponsor of today's video. Yes, again, Anson is a family-run company that's been around since 2009. And they've completely reinvented how belts work. Let me put you on. Instead of holes, Anson uses a micro adjustable track system with 1/4-inch increments. Your belt feels perfectly every single time. The belt, look at this belt buckle. So clean, so cool, so collected. First off, look at the branding. The branding's tough inside. All you gotta do, slide it in place, keep it moving, and clicks like that. Nothing else you gotta do. Just put it through. Easy. You can't get better than that, bro. Come on. If you want to take the belt off, all you gotta do, click, move this little lever up, take it off. So easy. There we go. Click, right off. Easy. It's easy to put on and remove. There's none of that extra stress. It's just so simple and it's genius, literally. And because Anson Belt and Buckle is sponsoring today's video, when you click the link in the description or scan this QR code to build a box set, you'll get 2 bonus pieces. A buckle and a strap completely free. That's 3 buckles and 3 straps, which can be mixed and matched into 9 unique belt combos all in one box. You're getting 9 belts, brother. It's an exclusive deal you won't get anywhere else. So click the link, build your set, and upgrade your belt game today. Thank you at Anson for sponsoring me with this great product. And also I get to use these. I speak of these. Besides that, let's get back to the video. I'll be at the function. God, that line is crazy. Hey, okay.
Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers.
Okay.
Oh, look at that flip.
I'm a pimp that flip back. Hold on.
There's absolutely 0 smoking in here. If you're under 21, you get caught with a drink in your hand, you're done.
Damn it, whole announcement, bro.
Yeah, so do y'all see that line? Yeah, we were not fucking waiting in that. Absolutely not. You wanna know one of the best ways to skip a line as a content creator? Distract people by doing public interviews and then shimmy your way to the start of it. And that's exactly what we did. What's the craziest thing a guy done done to you?
I walked the fuck in on him cheating me with another girl. His frat house tried to not let me through the door. I saw her walking out the back.
Damn.
Dead ass.
Craziest thing your ex done to you?
Made me eat his ass. He sat on my face when I was sucking it.
What? You can't leave off on that.
Okay, I didn't actually do it, but he like tried to make me do it. If that makes sense. I was just sucking from the back upside down, and he just sat on my face. But I didn't. No tongue didn't go in nothing.
So like, do you like doing shit like that?
No, that shit is gay.
I'm saying that shit gay.
That shit gay.
Okay, what's the craziest thing a girl done done to you?
Bruh, I done let a girl peg me before game. I was drunk off that Henny game, and I let a female peg me, fam.
Broke my motherfucking monitor.
Broke your what?
My monitor.
Why she break your monitor, twin? You cheat?
I ain't cheat, gang.
Okay, why she breaking your monitor then?
Cause, bruh, she thought I was cheating. She thought a nigga was cheating.
So this nigga was cheating. This nigga cheating. That's what I'm saying. That nigga cheating. But anyways, after pulling off the method, we finally got into the party. And here goes the moment of truth. Was this party lit? Absolutely.
We must stay focused.
I mean, when we got in, barely anybody was in there because everybody was in line. So we had to wait a little bit before anything actually started jumping. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere. Gunshots. Yeah, apparently somebody got so aggravated that they had to wait in that long ass line that they said, fuck it, let's air out this whole fucking party. Luckily, the people who were shooting were only in the parking lot though. And police were at the venue, so they handled it swift. And even though our lives were just put in potential danger, it's Halloween. The show must go on. Because it's something about putting your life in danger that just makes you want to turn the fuck up. And turn the fuck up. We did.
Yo, I ain't get no last laugh. Now I feel embarrassed. Every pass you cannot trash that. All the love get cherished. Ain't no privilege when you have black. Only with the marriage. Said she loving when I'm caring. I said I don't show no arrogance.
I mean, it was like the shooting sparked off the party in some weird way. Everybody was turned. Everybody was having a good time. DJ was playing banger after banger after banger. Zay is a fucking genius. Because everybody at the party absolutely loved this costume. And more importantly, the hoes loved this costume. Because brother, the amount of ass I got thrown on Colton. Reason being, he was still waiting in line. See, while we was doing the interviews, Colton went back to the car because he forgot to bring his jacket outside. It wasn't like we can get out of line and wait for him, so we just had to go in and hope for the best for Colton and his boy. And unfortunately, Colton and his boy never made it into the party. Because the shit reached capacity. It was too lit. Like, they wasn't trying to let nobody in. So bro was dead ass standing in the cold for like an hour while we was turning up. And I'm not gonna lie, we was low-key kind of L friends for that, but I'm sorry, that party was too lit. I just couldn't. But we eventually came came to our senses, and we decided to all leave the party so we all could go to a different one and turn all together, which was the frat party. So we pushed up to the frat party, but unfortunately, Colt's plug couldn't pull through for whatever reason, and they wasn't trying to let all of us in, which kind of sort of effectively ended the night. So after that, me and Jamin went back to our boys' dorm, while Colt and his boys stayed at the frat, and that was effectively the end of night one. In my opinion, an absolute success. So next day, me and Jay decided to go pick up Colt. And as soon as bro got into our car, he instantly started telling us about what had happened that night at the frat. So while he's asked me not to reveal what happened at the function, all I can say publicly is that shit sounded fucking insane. And old brother Colton did not get any sleep that night because they were partying until the sunrise. And they was taking certain substances so that they can keep it that way. I will not elaborate on what substances they were taking. I will say the party did sound intriguing. Not for me to go to per se, but for me to experience. Colt's experience was so inspiring to me that I decided that a goal for our next part of the trip was to get into a frat party. A frat party where, might you ask? Well, none other than the University of Tennessee. UTK was only 2 hours away from Chat, so it made it the perfect location for the final stop of the mini tour. I personally knew a good amount of people out there who knew where the best functions would be, so we decided to slide. And also, it was a Saturday, which meant it was a game day, and actually, this is one of the biggest games of the year for Tennessee. They were playing Oklahoma, and if they won this game, it would basically be a guaranteed lock to get into the playoff. But if they lost, then it would be a guaranteed lock to go to Cancun. In other words, you either run that slant or you run back to the fucking ghetto. And we did not want to run back to the ghetto. Fortunately enough, we ended up landing tickets to go to the game. So fuck it, yeah, we lit.
You'll always be home sweet home to me.
We got to Knox, checked in at our hotel. So he finna eat my ass, he finna suck my dick, like, you feel me? And instantly went to the tailgate at UT.
All right, we in Tennessee.
Yeah, so yeah. Bad news. We recorded at least 15 minutes worth of footage, but the mics were off, so you can't really play any of it for you. My bad. Let's get to the next scene. So after we were done at the tailgate, eventually it was time to go into the game. And this game was actually a night game. And if you know anything about UT, their night games are the best in the country. Now, unfortunately, Colt couldn't go to the game with us because we only had 2 tickets. But it was cool because he was gonna hang out with one of his friends who had a little kickback. So we finally got into the game, and let me tell you, brother, this was one of the craziest experiences I've ever had.
Hold on. We got both of you.
Absolute cinema that they lost. Hello, Cancun. Yeah, UT ran back to the ghetto. And I'm not gonna lie, after this loss, the vibe in the whole city was at an absolute low. Because let me tell you, this city, not the college, the city breathes and shits UT. When they win, cities lie. When they lose, oh God, is it bad. And to make things 10 times worse, after the game, we got a call from Colton. But the person on the other side of the phone wasn't Colton. It was this girl. And one thing I forgot to tell y'all about Colton is that he likes to drink, but he's one of them drinkers who just doesn't know when to fucking stop. Like, he drinks until he throws up. And apparently the dorm that he went to, they had drinks. So what the fuck do you think happened? Brother was puking his heart out in their bathroom, and we had to come pick him up, which effectively canceled any plans of going to any party or frat party that night. Absolute shit. But it did teach me something. Sometimes in life, you'll experience absolute peace. And then other times, you'll experience what we did. But always appreciate the good things in life. Because that first day experience was good enough for me to call the trip an absolute success. And in my opinion, Gen Z college parties aren't as terrible as people make them out. At least the one I went to. I ain't gonna, that shit was tough. The one thing I wish we really could have done though is go to that frat party. So if you want to see me go to a frat party and finally get that off my bucket list, get this video to 20K likes. I might make this a series. I don't know. Maybe call it Bucket List or Bucket List Boys. I don't know.
But nah, for real, thank y'all for tuning in, bro. I love y'all. Retro.
Also, if you didn't notice, I'm posting less on this channel, so if you want to see me more, go to the cloud. I post every day, 3 times a day on there, and follow the Twitch. I stream 3 times a week, all right?